I am sorry, BootTube. I really am. I'm so sorry because I'm hella out of it. I woke up hella early because my boyfriend, and then I didn't have the Wi-Fi password for the longest time. And so since I didn't have the Wi-Fi password, I took a nap, so I just woke up. But at least I'm actually getting some of these recordings done a day early, because usually I do my recordings Monday and Friday. And today is Thursday, so I'm getting it a day early. But like whatever videos that I don't do today, I'm definitely going to do Flash. This is the Flash video, and later on I'm going to do Arrow. So, let me like scratch that. Right, there you go. My checklist. Like, this is the Flash one, obviously. I'm obviously going to do Arrow also today. And, Legends of Tomorrow, I most likely will be doing tomorrow because the episode is premiering today. So I can't really do a reaction rant video today when I haven't even watched it because it hasn't even premiered yet on the West Coast. So that obviously I am doing tomorrow. And, so Flash and Arrow will be today. Legend of Tomorrow obviously will be tomorrow because it's premiering tonight. Which leaves Walking Dead Season 6 Episode 15 titled East, which came out on Sunday, March 27. And then there's also Supergirl Season 1 Episode 18 titled World's Finest, which came out Monday, March 28th. I want to say one of the two will definitely be recorded tomorrow. Most likely maybe Supergirl, I don't know. But Flash and Arrow will be today, for sure. And Legends will definitely be tomorrow. So I have to debate if I'm going to even think about recording Walking Dead or Supergirl today or tomorrow. But anyway, yeah, let's get back to it. Where was I? Yeah, current Barry, he's all running through the particle accelerator to open a breach. You know, he got what he needed from Eobard Thawne, right? So he has to go back home and try to lure this time wraith with him. And, you know, he's going through the particle accelerator to get a breach so he can leave and bring the wraith with him. But unfortunately, something's not going right, and the wraith is actually catching up to him. So, it forces past Barry to intervene. So he pretty much kicks the wraith's butt so the wraith doesn't touch current Barry. And, Barry is able to open a breach to go through, and the wraith goes with him. And, he arrives back in his time, in Star Labs. And, it's pretty funny because, like, Caitlin and Cisco, they're like, did you even leave? She was all questioning if you even left, because it's like, not much time has passed, right? And like, they're like, the wraith's here, go attack it, you know. Cisco had a weapon, which he thought would have worked, but apparently it did not work, which I thought was a pretty funny reaction, because he's like, did you get something to work? And then, you know, he uses it, doesn't work, he's like, dang, I thought I did, right? But what surprised me, though, was the fact that Hartley, Rathaway, Pied Piper himself, comes out of nowhere, has his gauntlets ready to go, and uses his supersonic waves and destroys the wraith, which I thought was very interesting, considering... hang on, let me see, let's see, Pied Piper, where are you? There you go. Pied Piper, there you are, my beautiful. So basically, with Rathaway, with our dear sweet Hartley, apparently when Barry goes back to the future, you know, the only thing that actually seriously changed, despite the fact that, you know, Barry did some alterations in the timeline, things that didn't happen, you know, like Eobard Thawne knowing about this current Barry being there, that obviously changed. Some other things changed, like, you know, when we first saw Hartley, he had those implants that caused his little cell to explode, right? And he escaped, but this time, you know, Barry tells Cisco about his little bomb in his implant, and actually managed to take that thing out too. So he did do he did do minor changes back then with Rathaway. But the funny thing is, the only thing major that actually happened, from what we know, the only change that really happened in his current time after what he went back in the past, was the fact that Hartley Rathaway was no longer a villain, which was pretty funny to see, especially when he came to the rescue and defeated the Wraith when Barry came back to his current timeline. And I like the fact that, it does pay homage to the fact that Pied Piper does, in the comics, from what I remember, he is a rogue, he is a villain in the comics, but then he ends up becoming a good guy because he becomes, like, best friends with comic book Wally West. And, it's really cool that they're kind of paying homage to that because, Hartley was evil in the show, and now, because of the whole time-traveling thing, now that ramification has been changed to the point where now he's not only not evil, he aids the team. He's an occasional aid to the team. And what looks like it also is the fact that not only is he a good guy, he seems to have a good relationship now with Cisco and Caitlin. And also what I loved about the change was the fact that his relationship, from what we see in the episode, his relationship with his parents also seems to improve. Because remember, he got kicked out of his parents' home because he admitted to his parents that he was homosexual. And that really broke my heart because, I have at least 2 family members that are homosexual, and I love them both to death no matter what their preference when it comes to love and all that stuff. And, seeing the fact that Barry time traveling not only improved Hartley from villain to hero, and also improved his friendships with Caitlin and Cisco, his parents seem now to accept that he's homosexual, and his relationship with his parents improved. So I really like that part of the episode. It was totally trippy seeing, Barry go back in time a whole year and see him alter a lot of things when we first see Hartley. But I really like the fact that, something that really broke my heart about the Hartley Rathaway episode was the fact that he came out as homosexual and his parents kicked him out of the house and couldn't accept him. And that really broke my heart. So I like the fact that this episode pretty much justified it in its own right, because now, when Barry time traveled and altered some stuff and came back, Hartley has a better relationship with his parents, to the fact that where he's going to visit his parents. So obviously they did not kick him out or anything like that. So I really like that. I really like that they justified that. Hartley deserves some love, you know what I mean? And I don't blame Hartley for being really bitter in the beginning, because look at it from Hartley's point of view. I mean, he was a great mind working under Harrison Wells, aka Eobard Thawne. He got fired by Eobard Thawne just because the fact that he knew that something wasn't right with the particle accelerator. He knew it was going to explode. He was going to confront Eobard Thawne, Wells, on that. And, Eobard Thawne did not want him to interfere with his plans, so fired poor Hartley on his dream job. He loved his job. And so just because, he's like, hey, this thing's going to explode, you shouldn't turn this thing on. It could hurt a lot of people, you know what I mean? It could kill people. So he ends up getting fired from his dream job just because he was worried about the safety precautions. And then 2, he comes out of the closet. He comes out as homosexual. He comes out to be true to himself, to his parents, who should be understanding of them, but instead, no, they're not understanding, they kick him out. So I felt so bad for Hartley when I first met him, so I'm glad this is like a redemption episode for Hartley Rathaway. I really do. Pied Piper, good guy. Hashtag it, guys. But anyway, this is my reaction rant to that episode, and I can't wait for the next one, which is episode 18. So look forward to that, guys. Next up, Arrow.